Hello, it's Miss Tessie Sanders Madlock, your RtI interventionist for reading and math. In today's lesson, we're going to go over absolute value and adding integers. So let's take a look at the rules for adding integers. I call this my little cheat sheet. I love it. I've had it for quite some time, and it's always been my lifesaver. So let's take a look. Here's our note. Integers, a set of positive and negative whole numbers. They can be represented on a number line. So here's our number line. Take a look at the zero. So anything going to the left, any number going to the left is negative. Any number traveling to the right is positive. And you can see that on our number line. You can see this. Another note. Here's another note. Absolute value, the distance a number is from zero on the number line. And absolute value is never negative. That's a golden nugget. An absolute value is never negative. Here's your example. -5 is +5. And 5, +5 is +5. Let's take a look at the rule for adding integers. Same sign. You're going to add and keep that same sign. Add the absolute value of the numbers and keep the same sign. Positive plus a positive equals a positive. +4 plus +5 equals +9. Negative plus a negative equals a negative. You're going to add and keep the same sign. -4 plus -5 is -9. Add and keep the same sign. Different signs. Subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. Look at your example. -4 plus +5 equals +1. +4 plus -5 equals -1. And we're just going to stick with this piece right here, adding integers. That's what we're working with in today's lesson, is adding integers and absolute value. So now we're ready for a little work. You ready for a little work? I'm ready for a little work. So let's acquire our image. Let's take a look at our first. So here we have, what is the absolute value of the integer 12? Let's get that focused again for you. What is the absolute value of the integer 12? Absolute value of -12 is 12. What is the absolute value of the integer 6? +6. That's going to be 6. Remember, an absolute value is never negative. Let's go back to that rule. Always go back to your notes. Absolute value. An absolute value is never negative. So always remember this. And we'll refer to this cheat sheet from time to time throughout the lesson. Find the sum. Here's your clue word, sum. Find the sum. -2 plus 1. -2 plus 1. You can rewrite this problem. You can say 2 minus 1. You can rewrite it just like that. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Now, let's visit the rule. The rule suggests that if you have different signs, you're going to subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. So we're going to keep the sign of the larger number. What is the sign of the larger number? The sign of the larger number is -2. So the sum will be -1. Good. Find the sum of -3 plus 1. Go ahead and rewrite this problem to reflect 3 minus 1. Integers aren't really scary. It's just that you have to remember the rules. 3 minus 1 is good. 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now let's revisit because we had to rewrite the problem so that we could visualize what it is we really needed to do. So -3 is the larger number. So your sum will be -2. Always remember that rule. When you are adding different signs, you're going to keep the sign of the larger number. Find the sum. Here we have, and I always like to rewrite the problem. Rewrite the problem. You have -6, put brackets around it, +3, +4. So you have -6 plus 3 plus 4. Go ahead and take care of these positive numbers first. Let me get my whiteboard. I'll write it a little larger so that you can see it. I'm working with this problem right here. Okay, so we have -6 plus +3 plus +4. That's what we have. Let's add these like signs. Let's go ahead and add them. 3 plus 4 is 7. So we have -6 plus 7. -6 plus 7. That's what we have. So we can rewrite it as 7 minus what? 6. 7 minus 6 is good. 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. Which is the larger number? Will it be -6 or will it be 7? It will be -1. -1. Good job. You did a good job. You'll get the hang of it. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel on the integers. So it's -1. Okay. Again, 3 plus 4 is +7. Okay. Minus what? 6. Oh, we caught something now, didn't we? 7 minus 6 is what? 1. So that needs to be a positive and not a what? Not a negative. I'm glad I reworked that problem because 7 is the larger number. 3 plus 4 is 7 minus 6. So I'm glad I reworked that and caught my mistake. That's always good to do. So we have -3 plus -4. Remember, we're going to keep the sign, keep that same sign. Let's look at our cheat sheet. Look, positive plus a positive is positive. Negative plus a negative is a negative. So here we have a negative plus a negative. Okay, and we're going to add. So 3 plus 4 is what? 7. So your outcome will be -7 because we're going to keep the same sign. -3 plus -4 is -7. All right. So we just rewrote the problem here because we are used to seeing 3 plus 4 is 7. We're used to seeing that. So this is how we are able to take in the problem so that it can be a little easier. We have -3 plus -17. So this is how this looks as we're rewriting the problem. We just simply have 17 plus 3. That's what we have. 7 plus 3, 8, 9, 10. Write your 0, carry your 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. So we have 20. Now keep in mind, let's go back. Let's be mindful. A negative plus a negative is a negative. Let's look at the cheat sheet. A negative plus a negative is a negative. So we're going to keep that sign. So it will be negative 20. That's it. Find the sum. We have negative 15 plus negative 7. Well, let's work it out. Let's rewrite the problem. Now, what did we have? We had negative 15, which is 15 plus 7. This is how we're used to seeing the problem. All right. 5 plus 7. So this is 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Intervention, going slowly. So we write our 2 and carry our 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So will it be positive 22 or will it be negative 22? See, a negative plus a negative is a what? Negative, negative 22. You're starting to get the hang of it. Good job. It's not scary. Take your time. If you need to use your fingers, use your fingers. Math teachers, don't get upset. This is intervention. Sometimes they need to use human manipulatives or just other manipulatives. As long as they get the right answer. Everyone learns differently. We don't learn at the same pace. No one learns at the same pace. All right, we have negative 12 plus 20 plus 14. Let's add 20 and 14 first because they are like signs. Always tackle like signs first. So we will rewrite the problem. 20 plus 14. 20 plus 14. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we have 34. Okay. Look, 34 minus 12. You can even write that on the line. You can say 34 minus 12 equals 34 minus 12. Again, 0 plus 4. Okay, it's 4. 2 plus 1 is 3 minus 12. Now, freeze. Which is the larger number? Is it 34 or is it 12? Can't see that. Sorry. Is it 34 or is it 12? Good. 34 is the larger number. It's positive because we added like signs first. We added 20 plus 14 first. See, I'm intentionally slowing down. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 1. What did I say? I'm intentionally slowing down. And you know why I did that? I did it on purpose because teachers, don't we always get the students that will have that one track mind and they'll go, oh, well, we were adding, but what are we doing now? We are what? Subtracting. We are not adding. And I know some students are going, oh, and some teachers are going, That's why I say I am intentionally slowing down. So we're going to erase 6 because it's not 6. We are not adding, we are subtracting. What is 4 minus 2? 2. 3 minus 1? 2. Now, will it be positive 22 or negative 22? Because we have different signs here. Which is the larger number? So I'm going to write 22 here. Because 34 minus 12 is 22. That's where the number came from. 34 is the larger number. So we will say this is positive 22. It's going to remain positive. See, not harmful, not scary at all. Just have to slow it down. I know those negatives and positives can confuse you. They can. They confuse me, and I have to go back and take my time. Now find the sum. We have negative 14 plus negative 14. A negative plus a negative is a what? Let's look at the cheat sheet. Be a good reader. Good readers always go back and read. So a positive plus a positive is a positive. A negative plus a negative is a negative. So we have a negative plus a negative. Negative 14 plus negative 14. So let's rewrite the problem in the way that we are used to seeing the problem. No harm in doing that at all. You want to get the right answer. So we have 14 plus 14. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. So let's take a look. Right, so we have 28. Will it be positive 28 or negative 28? Good. A negative plus a negative is a negative. Negative 28. All right. 5, negative 5 plus negative 8. Negative 5 plus negative 8. Now I'm going to close the shutter and I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to work this problem on your own. So teachers, I'm going to close the shutter now. The lesson isn't over. I'm just going to close the shutter. You can still see the document. Right here, negative 5 plus negative 8. Good, now let's pick back up. Let's see where you are in this process. A negative plus a negative is going to be a positive. So if you're following the pattern of the lesson, if you're following the pattern of the lesson, you can rewrite the problem. 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8. Okay. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. You're counting up. Now, will it be positive 13 or negative 13? It's going to be negative 13. Good. So you can rewrite that problem. Negative 5 plus negative 8 equals negative 13. Good. Find the sum of negative 9 plus 9. Negative 9 plus positive 9. What are we going to do here? Look at the rule. Different signs. We have a negative and a positive number. It's a doubles. Yes, it is. It is a doubles. But look at what we're going to do when it's different signs. Subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. Oh, but they're both 9. Okay, let's take a look. So, let's follow the pattern. Almost jumped the gun. Let's follow the pattern. We have 9 minus what? What is that going to be? 9 minus 9. 0. That's all it is. It was nothing scary. Negative 9 plus 9 is what? 0. That's all it is. Good job. 0 can never be negative. All right. Negative 1 plus negative 3 plus 10. What did I say? Rewrite that problem. Negative 1 so that you can see what it is you're going to do. Plus negative 3 plus 10. Add like signs first. Add like signs first. So we're going to rewrite the problem adding like signs first. Take a look. Get my document straight. So we have 3 plus 1 is 4. Negative plus a negative is a negative. So this is -4. Okay, a negative plus a negative is a negative. So we have 10 left, right? 10 minus 4. We're used to doing the math this way. Okay, the only thing is we're working with integers. So we have 10 minus 4. And I'm going to be like the kids. Because there are some kids that were like I was. I had to use my fingers. So I'm going to do this for those kids that were like me. So math teachers, you close your eyes. I'm an interventionist, so I can do this. Don't judge them. Don't judge me. So we have 10 minus 4. We're going to count up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what? 10. That's 6. So 10 minus 4 is what? 6. That's what was left. So now we've added 3 plus 1, and we got 4. And we got a negative what? 4. So we're rewriting the problem. We're rewriting the problem. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, this is how it's going to look. You're going to have 6 minus 4. That's how it's going to look. 6 minus 4. You added the like numbers. Okay, and you got negative what? 4 plus 6. Okay, you got -4 plus 6. We've rewritten the problem. Here it is right here. 6 minus 4. What is 6 minus 4? Okay, count up. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, can't count up. What you can do is okay. 6 minus 4. What is that? 2. You got it. You got it. It's okay. No judgment. No shame. It's 2. Now, will it be -2 or +2? It's going to be +2. 6 was the larger number. Good. Taking away the fear of integers. Taking that fear away. What is the absolute value of the integer 11? 11. What is the absolute value of the integer -19? 19. What is the absolute value of the integer 9? 9. What is the absolute value of the integer -14? 14. What is the absolute value of the integer -11? 11. Find the sum. See, we made it. We made it. You made it. 19, -19 plus 3. All this really is 19 minus 3. That's all this really is, 19 minus 3. 9 minus 3 is what? 6. Bring down the 1. Now, will it be -16 or +16? Which is the larger number? 19. So it will be -16. That's the answer, -16. What is the absolute value of the integer 8? It's 8. Give yourselves a hand. You made it through the lesson of absolute value and adding integers. This was our review. You did it. So, this is all the time we have for our lesson today. Thank you for joining us. Have a good one and study, study, study. My rule is if you don't study your multiplication tables, you won't be good at any other level of math. So it's going to take you studying, 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 studying. Bye bye for now.